Hello, everyone. First, here we have created a third person, empty template. Then, here, I imported some animations. The animations here include walking, running, and jumping. Then, I also imported a tool called Data Anim. This can be found and downloaded from the marketplace. This is a tool I created. First, we find this third person. Character blueprint. Okay, then we add Data Anim here. This is called the Data Anim component. Then, next, we replace our character with the one we want. We are here. This great sword here. Replace it with that. We directly come here. In this Data Anim, there is a setting. Copy this anim blueprint. Call it anim character. Against skeleton. We found the third person character meshes skeleton. Yes, that's it. Then accept. Apply this animation blueprint to it. Give the animation blueprint to this mesh. Here. Also, modify a few parameters in the animation blueprint. Find the anim graph here. Then specify here. Select your fine bone. If you have a different skeleton, it's probably here. Find the bone in the middle and select it. Then select the neck bone for your neck. Then select root for the root bone. The root bone is the bottommost bone of your skeleton, your skeleton's root bone. The root bone, probably around this location. Select the root bone. Okay, after the first step of configuration, you can close this thing and don't need to open it again. Next, we'll configure its Data Anim here. We'll configure it here. We find the animation from earlier. One by one, fill in its actions here. Because I extracted it here, the filling process may be faster. Land, and then the jump trajectory. This is similar to the falling loop and jump loop. And this is the jump start. And this is running. For running, we open this get. Then we can fill in the running action here. This is run back. Fill it in B. Run front is filled in F and L. And R. Fill it in back. Front and R. Aligner, R and R. Then set the walking speed you want here. And if you want different walking speeds for other directions, below this value, you can fill, for example, 0.7 for moving backward. Then it would be 150 multiplied by 0.7 for the speed. Okay, then specify these speeds. Here we have a run sprint, and then find an idle and add it. Next, let's see the result. Now it has an automatic multi-run feature. Such a function. And what else is there? You can also. Here, there's another option available. Open this Data Anim. Open blueprint. Here, there's a library. Here, I have provided some notes. This left shift 2. Set your stride to running. Sprint is for sprinting. Here is run for regular running. Here we have 3 movement states. One is called walk. The slowest speed. You can hover your mouse here to see its description. Okay, then left control is for walking. It's the common control in most games. It's used to change our rotation mode. I'll show you later. Just directly fill in this. Just copy this. Paste it into your third-person character. Okay, make sure your tick is correct here. I'll explain what this does later. Okay, you'll see that now. It's looking at a point. That point is the one we set as 100 earlier. We can also disconnect that point. After disconnecting, it won't look at that position anymore. If you want it to specifically look at someone, for example, if we place an actor here, let's add a tag to this actor. Add a tag 111, and then here we use get all actors from tag. We got all the actors with the tag 111. Since there's only one actor placed here, we can temporarily demonstrate it like this. Okay, now you'll see that the player is circling around this actor. It's a bit hard to see. Let's place a visible actor here. You'll notice that this person is circling around this object like this. They will always look at this thing. If you press Shift at this point to sprint, they will stop looking at it. I added a feature with Shift. Games like Dark Souls use this logic. If you release Shift, they'll look back. Okay, including holding Control for walking. If you don't want this feature, you can simply disconnect it here. Then they will look straight ahead at you. You can set it to motion rate mode. This way, your character's orientation will face. Let's make a change here. Now it's reversed. And if we press this key again, it will change back, including jumping. And when landing, there's an additional landing animation. This whole set applies to all skeletons and all enemies and characters. You can quickly create a basic set of movement behaviors using this. Now, you can also find this default setting. Copy this file and create a duplicate. Right-click and select duplicate here. You can only copy it this way. Ctrl-C and Ctrl-V won't work. There's currently a bug with the loop. The bug can only be bypassed by duplicating. Once you've duplicated it, you can create a new one and make changes. You can modify everything. After making the changes, we can go and call a reset anim setting function from the Data Anim component here and change it to the one you created. This way, when you make changes, for example, if you're holding a big sword, you can create one called holding a cleaver. It will directly change to an animation of holding a cleaver. It's convenient, and you don't have to modify the animation blueprint. You can dynamically modify it to achieve dynamic changes. If you need to modify something, you can also open the animation blueprint we just duplicated. Since each one is a copy, you can make changes here. You can modify things here. If you want to add some functionalities, you can do it in this state machine, or wherever you want to modify. If you're familiar with this area, it's a decoupled set of things. Later, I will combine this module with my own framework and apply it to that. It's just for the convenience of using other modules, so that I don't have to create new animation blueprints frequently, because I'm going to make a combat framework, and I don't want focus of the movement animation. I want the main focus to be on the combat aspect. Next, this thing will be free and available. You can find it once it's released. You can follow my YouTube channel, and in the future, I will release a complete combat framework. The combat framework will be much more complex than this. Thanks for watching.